what the girls saw. So I snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses, just like always. What do you mean, just like always? What does that mean? So you were already in the omnibus before it even set off on its run? Yeah, I mean, what's the point in spending a joey to make a few bob, eh? That's the rum idea. That's a rum idea, isn't it? That's a whole lot of British gobbledygook, she just said. I suppose she means there's no point spending money to make money. It actually makes sense. Counsel, may I remind you that this girl is a petty thief. Kindly refrain from entertaining her tenants. Well, that does clear up the little mystery of the fares and all. 4 paying passengers at 5 pence apiece, making the 20 to which the cabman testified. And 1 little scapegrace riding for free. The red conk of a driver always goes for some grub before his last run, see? That's when I slip into the carriage and get myself hidden under the seat. Nice and easy, right? But your hiding place is a storage compartment. Full of equipment for the coach, no? Yeah, there's brushes and buckets and whatnot in there, sure. I always chuck all that out and cram it in a corner somewhere. No one ever seems to bother much. And yet, according to the report filed by the police officer who first arrived on the scene, the compartment was full of such paraphernalia. Well, I don't know nothing about that. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell you. I'm slipping into the Irish accent again. It seems we've reached the end of that line of inquiry. Continue. It was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. Let's just... Let's pitch in there. Bang. Hold it! A waste of time? Why is that? Well, most nights I'm on me own in the God permit in the... Wait, what? I'm on me own in the God permit at least some of the time. I beg your pardon? Did you say the God permit? What the fuck does that mean? Oh yeah, well, that's what my kind call it. You'd say the omnibus, I suppose. The point is, any normal run, the carriage ain't got no one in it for a while. And that's when you come out of your hiding place and get away. That's it. Only that night. This cove was sat on me seat from the start. And he didn't budge the whole way, did he? Not 1 inch. I was totally stuck. Do you mean to tell us that you were present in the carriage for the duration? You were under that seat the entire time while events unfolded in the enclosed cabin? Yeah. Right, mister. To be sure. I was as shocked as anyone. You don't expect to lift the cushion you've been sat on and find a child now, do you? So this Miss Lestrade couldn't possibly be the culprit, then. I'll tell you, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. I'm doing the fucking wrong accent again. I'm so bad at accents! Ah! Hold it! So you couldn't see out into the cabin at all? Not a jot. Most days I push the cushion up with me head and look out the crack. Then I can have a butcher's Then I can have a butcher's at who I'm gonna fiddle. I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher. I mean, I can have a look. The seat I get under ain't as plush as the other one, see? So most of the time, the passengers plant themselves the opposite. But for some reason that night, this here Irishman spent his whole journey right over me head. And for that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out. see. Truth is, I ain't too happy in small dark places. Feels too much like being thrown in a clink. But it's the only place to hide in them carriages, so it's Obson's choice. Why doesn't she just stick to picking people's pockets in the open, then? I'd say there's some reason she's not letting on, judging from her demeanor. So anyways, I was a bit scared, but I had to just stick it out under there. Nothing else for it. After a while, I heard the loud bang. Hold it! It just came out. When you say loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor? Could have been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, it made me jump. And you let out a scream involuntarily. That's right. And then I felt the cushion over me head get lighter all of a sudden. Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim, yes. Or not. It could equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stab his victim, could it not? Well, girl, did you see what happened at that crucial moment? Yeah, I saw it. I pushed up the cushion and had a quick butcher's while I had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting up the bloke what had fallen on the floor of the seat opposite. That matches Mr. McGilded's account, of course. But then, the fella suddenly turns around and looks right at me. I sunk back down again, but it was too late by then. I never should have risked looking. That the swell found me. He did help me get away, mind. Hold it! And when Mr. McGilded discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place? I was scared stiff, I was. He dragged me out and set me on the seat and all. Next to the victim, Mr. Mason. Yeah, the bloke had a knife in his guts. He was still bleeding. Then the carriage lurched a bit, and he ended up falling onto me. Oh, God. How awful. Both me hands got covered in blood. It made me feel sick as a dog. Both her hands covered in blood. That must be what the rooftop passengers saw. After that, I believe you talked with Mr. McGilded for a while. Is that correct? He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know me name and what I was up to and all that. Then I had something from up above. Someone screamed. Yes, Mr. First on the roof deck, one would presume. Well, I didn't want no one seeing me face, so I didn't look up. Then the horses was drawn up smartish, and this here Irishman says to me, "Get back under the seat. I'll see that you can get away later." All 6 members of the jury had decided the defendant was innocent. For one brief, shining moment, yes. It's clear that they are all still very unsure. If we could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony, I'm sure we would clinch the verdict we want. Yes, I think you're right. And I have this niggling feeling. Something's bothering me, but I just can't quite put my finger on it. Okay, so there's definitely seems to be a contradiction somewhere. Alright, I'm gonna take another look at under the thing. Because, like, I guess it's different, though. It didn't occur to me that it would, like, be different, but I guess, like, it's empty. So, looks reasonably soft. Is it not? Can I not? There we go. Yeah, it's empty now. I mean, we knew that. It's a storage compartment, but there's nothing in here. It's totally empty. Something doesn't seem right here, but I can't put my finger on what it is. Well, nor can I. I would like a little help here, Naruhodo-san. Huh. Blood, isn't it? Did I not investigate the blood? Something wrong? Oh, it's just, well, this bloodstain is so obvious, that's all. And yet, Van Zieks has made no mention of it. I suppose that does seem a little strange. Also, I swear there was no bloodstain the first time we looked in there, right? Like, there was one on the cushion, but not... I would have noticed that. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? Yeah, some may right. Snuck inside the carriage, we looked up the horses. Troubles, can't see a blind thing in that item place. It's pitch. Is it pitch? I guess it would be, right? Like when it's closed. I feel like I'm missing something really obvious here. And I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. The Phoenix Wright Omnibus? You don't say. How did I miss that? What the hell am I missing? Yeah, it's just that one guy. Unhelpful here. What the hell am I missing? Also, how do we know this isn't a W? They said there was an M on the sheath. How do we know it's not supposed to be a W? Just saying. Just a saying. I really feel like I'm dumb. I feel really stupid right now. Like, it... A large skylight. Reaching up to afford a good view into the cabin from the roof deck. Doesn't appear to be a handle or catch or any of the description. I suppose it can't be opened from inside the cabin at least. Okay. What? That's new. Did I do something? Maybe it's like I had to do it in a certain order. Like I had to press on something else first and then back to this one. Okay. I'll keep that in mind for the future. Somebody's got to do it in a specific order or like just go through it twice. That's... Okay, sure. Being too happy in small dark places feels too much like being thrown in the clink. What are you laughing at?
Excuse me!
Excuse me. Is something wrong, Mr. McGilded? Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Counsel? I'm just wondering if Miss Lestrade's last comment made something occur to you, perhaps. You seem to be thinking something to yourself. Oh, no. 'Twas nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lass is all. It didn't look like you felt bad. It felt like you were giggling. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad, shut up in the dark. 'Twas terrifying, so it was. I see. Yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now. And I don't know about yourself, but I find that the darkness seems to make everything you hear that seem that much louder as well. Yeah. I suppose it does, maybe. Miss Lestrade? Did you hear something that night? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps? No, not really. All I could hear was that Irishman snoring. But Jabers! But Jabers! There's no need to tell the whole world of me foibles, you little scamp! Foibles? What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us a new vital clue. Yes. What should we make of that last statement of hers? I feel like it's... Let's see. What statement? That he was snoring? Oh yeah, if he was snoring and she couldn't hear anything, then how'd she hear the thump? Say it's profoundly important. Profoundly important. My lord. I believe the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important. Profoundly important? But all she said was that she heard nothing. Yes, which is the profoundly important point. I'm almost sure of it. I'm almost sure that I don't understand the inner workings of your Eastern mind, Counsel. Nevertheless... Miss Gina Lestrade, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating that last statement, please. What? Supplement? What are you on about? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do. Well, it won't work on me. That's right. Insult the judge. Always a good move. Straining the ears to work out what was going on, but all I could hear was snoring. Hold it! Press on that first. So you were straining to hear what was happening the entire time, since the moment you hid yourself? Not exactly, no. Sorry? Well, there was no one in the cabin to start with. I could just push the cushion up and have a butcher's to see what was what. But then, when I saw this swell getting on, I got my head down so he didn't notice me. And Mr. McGilded sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct? Yeah, would you Adam and Eve it, eh? What a mug! I don't know what half of this shit means. So then all I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out as soon as I heard him leave, see? But would he? Not likely. Even though he stopped here and there, I never heard the door open. So I just had to stay put and listen to him driving his pigs to market, snoring like an old dog he was. Are there any conclusions we can draw from that, I wonder? It doesn't add up. Miss Lestrade, what you have just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts. Huh? At odds? Are you sure, man? Absolutely. It seems my learned Nipponese friend is not as dull-witted as I feared. So Van Zeeks realized it too. I mean, yeah, she literally just said she heard the thud, and now she's saying she heard nothing. Yes. I must insist you bolster your claim with evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very least. Yes, my lord. I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the court. According to Miss Lestrade, while she was hiding in the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGill snoring. But think, Ryunosuke, think. There's something else she should have heard. Show a piece of evidence or a person? Okay, well that's the question, right? Should I show the person? Should I show this guy, or should I show the evidence? Omnibus? Like, the blood stain on the floor? Thus demonstrating that he was on the floor? That he fell on the floor? Something else she should have heard. Okay. Very well, my lord, allow me to elaborate. On a particular sound that Miss Lestrade could not have failed to hear on the night in question. The sound very clearly explained by the presence of the following person. This guy. The victim.
Take that!
Rice-fired mason. Yes, my lord. The sound that Miss Lestrade cannot have failed to hear is that of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus. Oh. That's what I meant, yeah. That's exactly what I meant. Yes, that's where I was going with this. I'm so smart. Order! Order! Explain your reasoning, counsel. Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier that you were the first person to board the omnibus. Is that correct? Yeah, of course I was. I got on while the driver was in the pub, didn't I? And the next person to board the omnibus was Mr. McGilded. That it was. Not a soul was in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least, not in plain sight. So you were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at that time. Did I not just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean. Yeah, saw him get home, remember? Through the crack under the seat cushion. He was on his own for sure. And from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey. During which time, did you not hear the door opening or closing at all? No, I never heard it. That's exactly what I was listening for, wasn't I? Waiting for this swell to leave. In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage? Oh. We know that the victim collapsed in the inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, yo, he came in through the skylight. He wasn't sitting inside. He was sitting on the top deck. Someone up there killed him, dropped him through the skylight. He hit the ground, woke up. McGill did. McGill saw him on the ground with a knife in his belly, then sat him up and all the things happened. Take that! I figured it out. I got it all pieced together in my brain. I mean, I don't know who did it, because there were two people on the top deck. I don't think it was both of them. It'd be pretty funny if it was the, so it was either this guy, who honestly I'm leaning towards this guy, though it'd be pretty funny if it was this guy, because this guy's kind of a goober. I suspect it was this guy, but it's gotta have been one of these two. Therefore, Miss Lestrade's statement about what she did or did not hear is at odds with the facts. Oh. Yes, this petty thief's statement was clearly flawed. Lord Van Zeeks? Yes, he knew. He knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrade's statement. It would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend. What are you talking about? You have demonstrated matters impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. What? He's dead right. How could the victim possibly not have boarded the omnibus? Makes no sense whatsoever. And this girl is a pickpocket. Let's not forget that. The fucking fist up makes it look like they're calling for death. Death to the criminal! Although I guess, like, thinking about it, they kind of literally are. Because, you know, it's the death penalty. Also, oh, I have autoplay on. How did that happen? Not bad. Okay, I'm missing so many things. Okay. Her words are convenient untruths, nothing more. She didn't even say anything. I didn't want to judge the dear little mite just because she has some rather naughty ways, but I must say, I can't abide liars. Neither could I. Mr. Foreman. I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than salubrious ways. I mean, I can interpret through context clues what that means, but might as well Google it. I got Google open. Salubrious, adjective, health-giving, healthy. Well, that doesn't seem... Huh, okay. But I must say, I cannot abide liars. No, stop. Hold on there, chiefs. Mr. Arahardo, that's 5 jury members leaning towards guilty. Well, your consideration for others is refreshing, my Nipponese friend. To the considerable troubles you have spared me. Yeah, you keep sipping away. I figured it out. I got the... Yes, very refreshing. What are you playing at? Have you forgotten who you're working for, you useless Eastern Adamant? Sir! Can you... This is a courtroom. Can you not right now? Also... I'm googling Adam. This is an Adam man. All I'm getting is the fucking Pokemon, the character from Pokemon Legends Arceus. I don't know. That one's not a word, apparently. This is carnage. It's perfect. Juror number 2 is the only one left. Mr. Naruhodo, the way this is going... I know. If we can't find some new ways to convince everyone of Mr. McGilded's innocence, the judge will rule and we'll have lost.